record the session and share the screen. Yeah, there you go. So now we are discussing about the yeah, I'm getting a chat. Let me see. Yes, Behar. I will. Like it is after the we talked about until the links, right? So header and footers and page number, then the text box, drop caps, and all these things will be there, right? So don't worry, because some of the activities in your uh, practical has some things to do with the drop cap and all these things, right? So I'll go through it, right? Okay, so now the regarding the headers and footers, now headers and footers are the things which are going to repeat on each and every page, right? So if we input something, or like if we include something to the header and footer, it will be shown in each and every page that we are going to take, right? So like you can access the header section, you can see the header section by this gray color area which we have mentioned about the margin when we are talking that. So like the top margin and the bottom margin has this gray color area in the ruler, so which indicates where the header and footer resides, right? Header එකයි footer එකයි තියෙන්නේ gray color area එක ගාව. So if we move my mouse pointer like onto that gray color area parallelly on my working area, right? Again, my working area එකේ අර gray color area එක පැත්තට mouse එක ගෙනිච්චොත් and then we double click on it, so it will activate the header. So now we are on the header, right? And to illustrate this, I'm going to take some content to this particular page, right? Let me copy it from here, right? So you can assume this is the content of the page, and look what happens when I double click on the header. So when I double click on the header, my content section, like the color of it, like it'll shown like in a little fader manner, right? It's the content is a little bit fade, and I'm getting a new uh, tab called design, and there I got a header section, I got a footer section, I got a page number section, and many other facilities which we are not going to talk each and everything, but you can try, right? So, and again, you can change the header and footer section, the width or the height of the header and footer section by like from here. You can change it as well, header from top and footer from top, right over here. And as well as can you recognize there is a small white patch in between these ash like gray areas right over here at the very corner of my page. So when I'm moving my mouse pointer to that particular page, I see it differs. So if I change the top margin, right, I can change the header, right? Hold on, people. Right, and just a second, people. Right. And when we change that area, like from top to bottom, you can see it's going to change. See? So now I have a very big header area, right? And later I can change it back, right? Now, as you can see, here it got change its values. And if I reduce it, I can change the margin levels in the header, right? And if we need to change the header section, we can change the margin as well, right? Like from here. So it will automatically change the header section, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type a header right over here, right? So I'm saying information communication, right? So I use a tab key and say grade 10 right over here, right? So what actually happens is now when I'm editing the header, I can do all the changes like I do to a simple word, right? I can bold it, I can italic it if I want, I can give it a color, and I can do many things, right? So yeah. So once I done with this, I can double click on the body section, which will change the header. Now header is seems a little bit faded in my document. So when we edit the header, header looks very active. And when we edit the body, header seems inactive, right? And I can change my margin, like not beyond the header. It's just block automatically when the header section meets, right? So now I just got one page right over here, right? And you can see there is a header inside it. And now what I'm doing is I'm pressing Control and Enter. So Control and Enter will create a page break and give me a new page. And as you can see, the new page is also got the header automatically. And if you can change or you can edit the header in any page you want, right? And if you edit it, all the headers will be changed, right? So I'm getting rid of the this particular phrase. So same applies to all the headers, right? So likewise, now once I activate the header section, at the bottom of the page, you can see there's a footer section is also been activated like this, right? So you can change the footer section as you want again, right? I'm going to put my name at the end. So we can change it like that, right? So then each and every footer is going to receive what I'm doing, right? Then again, there are pre-formatted things or like pre-formatted headers and footers for your convenience, right? So it comes when you double click or like when you choose header and footer. Then අපි double click කරලා header and footer යන්න පුළුවන් වගේම from the insert tab we can go for the headers as well, right? So in there we can see different kinds of headers, right? So the similar kind of list or the similar list is going to be there when you double click on the header section and when you choosing it from here. Now these are some predefined formats, right? So you can apply. So if you apply, let's say, yes, something like this, right? So it is there. So they have given us some predefined places to type, right? So we can type right over there, right? And we can do the changing. And the beauty of this is some of the headers automatically contains the page number. See, now here it says 1 ICT and here it says 2 ICT, right? So in the headers, they have those ways. Now here, this is a blank one. These are 3-column one, right? And yeah, this is only with the document title. This is with the page number at your right, right? And this is another way of giving a page number, right? So likewise there, and even footers are there as well according to our requirement. If I take a footer like this, so it's going to apply. So it's also giving me some predefined formats. And if we really don't want those, we can get rid of it, right? After page number, we can delete it, right? So page number will not be shown in anywhere, right? So අපිට තීරණය කරන්න පුළුවන් කොතනටද page number එක වැටෙන්නත් ඕනේ කියන එක. So this is the use of header and footer, and you can edit your header and footer at any time you want, right? And it will appear in each and every page that you are going to use in this document, right? Hari, clear the confirm karana balanda. Right, great. Okay, so and as well as we can use page numbers, right? And it is giving us different ways of showing the page numbers. At the top of the page, we can choose different places and different formats, right? And in different ways, right? Right. Likewise, you can use many different formats, right? So like if I choose, let's say I'm going to choose something like this, something like this. So my page number changed. See, now it is at the left hand side showing what it is, right? So likewise, you can change the place of the page number as well as from here, right? And if you want it at the bottom, you can change it to a bottom as well. And if you want, you can like fix a page number according to your need, right? Or page number right? And අපිට ඕන තැනක කියලා කිව්වට it's going to be either on the header section or in the footer section, right? Not like in a place that we want, right? So, and again, there is a special benefit, or like not the benefit, special facility to create a different first page. Then අපිට ගොඩක් වෙලාවට අපි cover page එකක් දැම්මොත් we don't need a page number to the cover page නේ, right? So we can choose different first page. So first page will not show the cover page, the page number, but the page numbers will continue from the second page. But again, it will like start from 2, right? So if we want, we can change the way that the page numbers are displaying or the starting point. So to do that, we can go to the insert and we can take the page number. Then we can go format page number, right? So then we can say like there are many ways of doing it, but there is no lot of facilities, right? We can include chapter number if you want, like if we are going for the chapters, that is some advanced things for you to search. And we can change the starting value to 0. So once we set the starting value to 0, then you will see the first page is not going to have a thing because we asked to have a different page as the first page. Then the rest of the page will start from 1, right? So likewise, we can change the page number, header and footer by going to those sections, right? Okay, so yeah, those are the ways that we can use. And again, we can use many different things to the header section or the footer section, like the pictures, like some icons, right? As well as date and time. Yeah, if you want, we can include it, right? Right, so likewise. So that will be displayed in each and every page that we are going to take. So let me take another new page. So since we said it is not, do not show things in the cover page, it is not being shown in the cover page, but the rest of the page, we got the date. Okay. Ravindo, is it about the inserting date part? Right, okay. Ravindu, I'll go. Yeah, so put in the date part I can do if in case you got like if you miss a very big time of the recording or the session, it's better you refer the recording, right? Now, put in a date and time to the header is easy, right? So like you can, let me delete it and show it to you again. Right, so I can go for the date and time. I can choose any type of date and time and double click on it, or else I can select it and press OK, right? That is the one I need to do. So it will insert me a date. So later I can change the place that it want to be, right? Then it will appear in each and every place that we are going to choose, right? Okay, Ravindu, before the date and time, we did many things like, did you went through the header part? Yeah, so next one is the footer part, right? So footer, as I told you, from here you can choose the footers, right? And apply a one that you desire, right? So the footer will be arranged onto that particular manner, right? So we can choose, even we can choose a date and time for footer as well as we want, right? So it will indicate in the ways, right? So you can change your header from the headers and change your footers from the footers, and you can apply the page numbers to any specific place according to the word allow you to do so, right? Okay, so that is what have to be done regarding headers and footers, right? And now I'm taking your concentration to the text group. This is something important and interesting, right? So the first facility that we are having is a text box. Now, text box is a very useful thing when you are arranging your document, right? So like arranging the documents will allow you to like do it in a like will allow you to manage your space in a good way. Yes, yes. Ravindu, we can do like any changes that we can do to a word if it is header or footer. අපිට තියෙන අර home වල දෙනවා වගේම facilities දෙනවා යා. Right? So the same way, if we double click on the header, we can select this and we can have all the tools. Right? එතන බැරි නම් මෙතනින් home එකට ගිහිලා change කරගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Likewise. Okay, so then we were talking about the insert tab and the text box. Now, when we are inserting a text box, look at what is happening. See, it gives us a place or it gives us an area which can move with the text inside it. So if I put some text into this text box, then we will be able to move it, and we can rearrange the size as well as our requirement. Then we can move and place it. Right? Then ඔයගලන්ට මෙහෙම කොටස් දෙකකට මේක තියාගන්න ඕනේ නම්, right, you can have another text box, right? You can have as much as you want, and there are some predefined formats as well, right? So yeah, this should allow me to yeah, paste in between these two lines, but for some reason it is not, right? I don't know why. Anyway, you can have different kinds of text boxes, so you can arrange your words here and there as you want using the text box. So there are different uh, like formattings that we can apply, right? අපිට මේ predefined formats apply කරන්නත් පුළුවන්, right? ඔයගලන්ගේ අර last week exercise එකේ මේ වගේ දේවල් ඔයගලන්ට වැදගත් වුණා apply කරන්න, right? And when you select the text box, it is getting a separate tab regarding that text box, right? I think, will it allow you to change the shape? No, you don't. Let me, yeah. So if you want to change the shape of your text box, you can just select your text box and you can go to the insert shape section in the format tab and select this edit shape option and click on the arrowhead. So under the change shape, you can change the shape of your text box, right? So it will allow you to have a shape that you want, right? Any shape. නේද? අපිට අවශ්‍ය නම් මේ වගේ වලාකුළකට මේක ගන්න. Yes, still we can do that, right? So it will allow you to do in a way you want. Right. Okay, so I'll go through it again. So what we are going to do is we are going to the insert section. We are taking a text box, right? So we have predefined text box over here. So I'm going to take another. So this is a different type. So I can type something I want right over here. And if I need to change that shape from square to somewhere else, so I'm going to go to the, like when we are like selecting the text box, it opens a new tab called format. So in the format insert shape, from this particular button, I'm going to click on the arrowhead and I'm taking any shape that I want, right? Now this time I'm going to, yeah, choose this, right? And since it is in white color, it won't show me a lot of things. So let me change it to a different color. එයාගේ රුඩ තියෙන බාර් එක තියෙන නිසා එයා කලර් එකක් චේන්ජ් කරගත්තොත් ටිකක් අවුල් විදිහට පෙන්වන්නේ, right? So let me check another shape, some different shape. Let's take this. Oh yeah, look at that. So it can be managed like that, right? So you can have different text boxes and you can have different shapes, right? And even I'll show you, if you insert a shape, you can type inside the shape as well, right? So that is what insert is doing, right? So we talked about the shape last week, as I remember, right? So we can insert any shape and type inside it as well, right? Mithana text box එක තියෙනවා, right? So if you want to type inside a triangle, we can just insert a triangle. How we are going to insert a triangle? Just click on insert, go to shapes and choose the shape you want. So I'm choosing triangle. So my mouse point is going to change like this. So I can click and drag the mouse to have the shape. So you can change the shape field from here, any different color you want. You can change the shape outline as well, right? And you can increase the outline size if you want. It board එක ටිකක් ගන්නට පෙන්වන්න ඕන නම්, so you can apply something like this, right? And shape effect can be given here. Some predefined effects are there, right? And we can create our own effect. Last week අපි ඕක ගැන කතා කරා, right? So likewise, right? And if we need to type something inside a shape, the facility that we have is like we can double click on the shape if you want. Oh no, double clicking is not enabling on this version. So then you have to right click and you have to take add text. So add text will allow you to type things inside a shape, right? But remember, it is up to some certain point. ඔගොල්ලෝ shape එක පොඩි නම් type කරන ටික shape එක ඇතුළට ගිලෙනවා. ඒතකොට shape එක අපි වෙනස් කරලා බලන්න ඕනේ. ඔක්කොම ටික තියෙනවද අපි type කරපේවා කියලා. Right? So likewise, you can work with a shape as well as a text box. Right. And now here, after the text box, I'm going to show you a facility called word arts, right? We can click over here and we can choose different kinds of word arts, right? So to apply a word art, I have to choose something. So I select this particular thing, and I'm going to the word art and asking it to apply. So it applies, right? So likewise, you can change your word arts into very different type of word arts, right? Right, so likewise they have some predefined ways. ඔයගලන්ට මේ predefined ටික දැන් අර අකුරකට තියෙන facilities ටික පාවිච්චි කරලා හදා ගන්නත් පුළුවන්, but it will take time, right? So word art will give you a quick display or like a very quick application since it is been already made, right? If you need a one with reflection, you can have that, right? So likewise you can apply the word arts as you want. And then in the insert there is a facility called drop cap, right? So drop cap කියලා කියන්නේ අපිට දැන් ඡේදයක් වුමනා වුණාම, right? I'll copy this down again, right? And I press a control enter. I need a new one. And now let's think this letter T should be bigger along some 2 to 3 rows. So I can select this particular letter and apply this drop cap. So මට පුළුවන් එයාව මගේ paragraph එකේ margin එකටම set කරගන්න. නැත්නම් එයාව වෙනම අරගෙන අනිත් ටික වෙනම තියන්න. Right? So I can change. And even I can change the spreading as well. කොච්චර spread වෙනවද කියලා තීරණය කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? So it's better you use it appropriately, right? Because it gives us a way of doing those things. Yes, Ravidu. Like when we are formatting a newspaper, articles, and all these things, those are the ways that they use that, right? The word processing software එකේ අපි කතා කරන්නේ MS Word කියන version එකනේ. There are many different word processing softwares like Publisher. There are some Corel Draw tools as well. So they have many different types of facilities of doing these things, right? Okay, so those are the ways that we can have the different kinds of facilities into it, and there are many different other facilities as well. Like we are not going to talk each and everything, right? Just go through it, and let's see what to be done here, what we have missed in your textbook, right? Let's take the textbook and see, do we miss anything? There are several things regarding the page setup, so we are going to go for those things. And yeah, before that, let's see what we have missed. Right, so from the beginning, and we went through these quick access toolbars and all these things. We know about those parts, right? And we talk about these tools: new, save, page preview, copy, redo table, help that I need you to show, gallery, undo, paste, yeah, those kind of things. And we have done this styles, numbering, font and font sizes, underline, all these things. And let me see. Yeah, we talk about the page setup as well. right? How to put it on the portrait and how to put it on the landscape. And the formatting methods. We talk about text formattings, and we talk about paragraph formatting as well regarding the alignments. And yeah, bullets and numbering we talk about, right? How to put the bullets, how to put the numberings, and about the borders and shadings, we talk about those. And shapes and images, yes, we talk about it last week. How to manipulate a picture and what are the things that we can do with the picture, right? And yeah, I didn't go with the symbols, right? Let me show it to you. Like if you need to apply some different symbols, right? Yeah, Ravindu, I'm getting some of your emails. Is this regarding the homework, Puta? Right, okay, right, okay. I'll go through that. Right. So now in the symbols, it's a small part that we need to talk about. Symbols are right over here, as you can see. No, Tesandu, LibreOffice Writer and word processing software are the same. Dekama word processing software as dekak. So we should go either from LibreOffice Writer or from word processing, like MS Word. Then a MS Word, we are not going to talk about the LibreOffice Writer. දෙකේම එකම facilities තියෙන්නේ. Like there are more facilities actually in the MS Word, right? So symbols as well as I'll tell you about the equations as well, right? So if I need to insert something like ohm symbol, the මෙතන පේන්නම තියෙන ohm symbol එක. So those characters are not in our keyboard, right? So on that particular place, we are going to apply them trademarks දානකොට ඊළඟට copyrights කියන symbols එහෙම පටන් ගන්නකොට ඊළඟට මේ alpha beta pi ohm sigma වගේ symbols ගන්නකොට, so like we don't have those things on our keyboard, so we can apply that characters whenever we want, right? දැන් හැබැයි brackets එක අපි 100 අකුරක් දාපු ගමන් එයා ඒ symbol එකට convert කරගන්නවා. But most of the cases නෑ තෙසඳු exam එකට LibreOffice MS Word කියලා specifically අහන්නේ. You are given a particular tool and ask why this tool is there. ඒතර ඒ tool symbol එක දෙකේම පොදුයි. You can understand. Right, so if you really need to insert some symbols, use the symbols and you can apply that. Then මේ greater than or equal කියන එක අපිට මේ විදිහට apply කරගන්න පුළුවන් symbols වලින්. Right. Okay, so that is regarding the symbols, and if you want more symbols, you can go to insert and you can go to symbol and you can select more symbol, and it will open you a particular font type where it contains lot of symbols, right? Arabic කියවන්න එහෙම right? There are many types. So you can apply any of these symbols and fulfill your desire. Right. Got it, people? Tirunada? Can I have the confirmation, please? Right. And as well as, I'll tell you something extra. If you want to insert an equation, in the bit of mathematics, equation හම්බෙනවනේ. So like if you want to like calculate the area of a circle, we say area is equal to 5r square, right? So those kind of equations can be taken from here, and we are given many different facilities to have some special way of writing equations in here. මේ fraction එකක් ඕන නම් භාග සංඛ්‍යාවක්, so we can insert a fraction like this. So it will ask මොන දේවල්ද ඔයාට එන්නේ, මට ඕන 10න් 5යි කියලා පෙන්න ගන්න, so we can change it like this, right? Then එහෙම ඒවට අපිට මේක අපිට හදාගන්න පුළුවන් පහ එක ලයින් එක ටයිප් කරලා 10 ඊළඟ ලයින් එක ටයිප් කරලා අතර මැදට පොඩි ලයින් එකක් ඇඳලා තියලා we can do that, but we don't need to worry like that, or like be very hard to create those kind of things. Using the equations, we can simply change the structure or the type an equation as we want. I mean, if you want to put the square root symbol, right, we can easily have those things, right? So that is what are there for your equation and symbols, right? Okay, let us follow the instructions. We talk about header, footers, and page numbers, right? And yeah, we talked about the tables earlier, right? We talk about the everything like insert and drawing, delete unnecessary rows and column, merging, splitting, coloring, change the text direction, those kind of things. And yeah, then we have to talk about how to do the correcting spelling and grammar, right? So there is a something called treasure. And we talk about the find and replace actually, right? I told you about find and replacing. And then it's about printing and the mail merge part. Yeah. So I hope we will be able to cover up things by today, right? So what are we left with is correcting spelling and grammar. Right now, correcting spelling and grammar, that indicates like word processing software indicates several different helps to do the correction regarding the grammar and the spellings, right? So let me get rid of all the things right over here. So if I type a simple phrase right over here, if I do this kind of a mistake, now this is a spelling mistake. In the apple, one P is missing. So it will be indicated by a red underline, right? So once this is done, like once this is indicated, I can go to a particular word and right click on it. Once you right click on it, it will show you some adjustment, right? So then you can if the desired word is there on the list, then you can select, right? So I'm selecting Apple here, right? And if I say like this, Nimal likes Apple. Now, Nimal means a name, a Sinhala name, right? So Sinhala names cannot be recognized by the word processing software. Then it will be shown as a spelling mistake, right? So in these cases, what we have to do is like, it does not change anything if we don't do this. We can ignore it, right? If we want. So we can press ignore all. So it won't be in underline like once after, right? Like සමහරවිට ටික කාලයක් ගිහිල්ලා යාගේ memory clear කරගත්තම ආයෙසරයක් නිමල් කියන එක නෑ වැරදි උත්තරයක් කියලා පෙන්නන්න වැරදි යට type වෙච්ච again spelling mistake තියෙන තැනක් කියලා පෙන්නන්න පුළුවන් but not in this particular document in this particular moment. දැන් මම මෙතන grammar වැරද්දුවොත් apple are red කියලා apple are red කියන එක සමහර වෙලාවට එයා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Right, so there are two grammatical mistakes right over here. So let's see how to check these grammatical errors, right? So what I'm doing is I'm going to the references, right? I'm sorry, not the references. I think it's review. Yeah. In the review tab, here it has a particular facility to check the grammar and spellings, right? So it is spelling and grammar. If we press F7, it activates automatically, right? So I'm giving spelling and grammar. So see, now here it shows this I are going home is wrong, right? Oh, this is right. See, I are going home, that is wrong. And at the below, they are giving some suggestions. This is what you want to do, right? And if I click on it, right, and if I click on it, the changes will apply automatically, right? So I'm clicking on the am keyword, the am word. So it says it has changed. See, I am going home, right? So likewise, using this spelling and grammar, we can check the entire document for any spelling and grammar mistake. But if it is like a lot to be done at once, won't be like that efficient, right? But it doesn't matter how lengthier or like how lengthy your content is, it's going to do the spelling check-in as it requested. Right. So clear the spelling and grammar mistakes. Here you have to go to the review tab and choose spelling and grammar. Right. So let's see what else we are missing. Spell and grammar is okay. And this treasurer, right? Treasurer can be used to find the synonyms. සමාන පද හොයාගන්න. එතකොට සමාන පද හොයාගන්නවා කියන එක ඔයාට if you choose one particular word and right click on it, and you can see a synonym right over here. So එතනනුත් පුළුවන් හොයාගන්න. Right? So synonyms likes means enjoy, adores, love, be fond of, be keen on, right? So those kind of synonyms can be found. And as well as like you can select some particular word and find the treasurer. It is in the proofing document group, right? So the proofing group right after spelling and grammar, right? So likes has many similar words, right? Enjoy, adore, love, those kind of one. Wishes, right? So even they are giving you the antonym එකක් දෙනවා, right? The විරුද්ධ පදය, right? Antonym, right? Synonym and anonym. Hold on. Yeah, is it the way it pronounced? Yeah, මට නිතරම පැටලෙනවා. So if you want to find a pronunciation of a word, you can use the Google. It will pronounce for you.
Antonyms.
Yeah, antonyms, right?
Antonyms.
Antonyms, right? So it is the way it pronunciate in American pronunciation.
Antonyms.
Antonyms, yeah, antonyms, right? So even you can find the antonyms as well, right? So the synonyms and antonyms, right? So that's what the treasurer is there. So you can once you open the treasurer, you can find any word or like any synonym, like here, like if you say good over here and press enter, you will be given a list of synonyms. See, decent, respectable, moral, virtuous, yeah, noble, worthy, blameless. There are many, right? So from the treasurer, you can do that, right? And here the word count is there to be counted, right? And it will give you a summary of this status bar. So it says how many pages, how many words, how many characters, right? Those kind of things. මම මේක මේ කෙනෙක් select කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. If I'm not if I deselect the things, it will give me the details about the entire page, right? It says one page, 10 words, characters there are 39, paragraph 2, lines there are 5. So likewise it's going to give me the details regarding the word count. Right, so we are done with the treasurer as well. Find and replace, we talk about it. And printing. So now to print something, you should go to the printing facility of the particular software, right? So in word processing software, printing comes with the file tab. And once you press the file tab, it will give the different appearance, the appearance which we took when we enter in to the Word document usually. So from here you can choose what is like something called print. If I click on this, it will show me this particular preview, right? කොලේ කොහොමද print වෙන්නේ කියන එක පෙන්නනවා, right? So this is why I told you, do the things or write a format or set the document by keeping the page fixed into the 100%, right? දැන් හිතන්නකෝ කවුරු හරි කෙනෙක් මේ කොලේ ගොඩාක් පොඩි කරගෙන පේන්නේ නැති නිසා කියලා මේ වගේ ලොකු අකුරු වලින් ලියනවා. Right? So he or she may have the idea, okay, I need something bigger with big letters, right? But if the 100% zooming part is worked, so this will be like much bigger as that particular one expected, right? So in the print preview they give you the look or the printing document, like the nature of the printing document. So if you want, you can change the margins over here, change the orientation, right? Then you can say what to be printed, if it is the or if all the papers, or like the current page, right? Or else you can do a custom print. Custom print එක කරන්නේ like you will illustrate what are the number of pages that you need to print. And to have that reference, it's better you have page numbers, otherwise it's going to be a problem. So then you can give like print 1, 3, 7, and 9 to 13, likewise, then 24 to 27, likewise you can give, right? And according to your printer facilities, this one-side printing and two-side printing will be there. මොකද printer එක duplex printer එකක් වෙන්න ඕනේ දෙපැත්තම print කරගන්න, right? So and again this particular one collected කියන එක අපිට උවමනා වෙන්නේ when we are printing the same document more than one time, right? So දැන් සමහර දැන් මම ඕගලන්ට නම් දෙන්නේ නැහැ ඇත්තටම ඒවල අයලා කලට tubes print කරනකොට, so I print like 10 to 15 tubes from a one specific document. So එතනදී මම මෙතන තියෙන number of copies කියන එකෙන් copies ගන්න වැඩි කරනවා, වැඩි කරලා print කරන්න මම දෙනවා, printer එකට දෙනවා. So මේ collected කියන එකෙන් එයා mean කරන්නේ දැන් print කරන document එක දානකො කොළ තුනක document එකක් කියලා. So first page will be at the first side, second page will be at the back side, then third page will be on a separate sheet, right? So if I do not specify how many printers to be received and how we are going to collect it, මේ collected කියලා කියන්නේ set එකෙන් set එක tube set එකෙන් set එක මට පුළුවන් receive කරන්න. يعني එක tube set එකක් print වෙනවා, so that set is a separate book. Then the next set will be print, so it can perform a separate book. And uncollected means පළවෙනි පිටු දැන් අපි හිතන්නකෝ copies 9ක් දැම්මා කියලා. ඒතර පළවෙනි පිටු 9ම එක සැරේ. ඊට පස්සේ දෙවෙනි පිටු 9, ඊට පස්සේ තුන්වෙනි පිටු 9, ඊට පස්සේ හතරවෙනි පිටු 9. Likewise, it's going to be like that, right? And you can change the orientation. Like if you want, you can change it to be a custom orientation right over here, right? And if you want, you can actually print more pages into a one A4, right? So let me illustrate it. I'm going to reduce the size of these fonts. Right, and I'll keep this as 100%. Now it is in the landscape mode. ඒකයි ඔයගලන්ට පිටුව පළලට පේන්නේ, right? And I'm going to take a copy and do a control enter, paste it right over here. Right, so if I go to the print, right, and we can change number of sheets that's going to paint inside a particular paper, right? If you say 2 pages per sheet, is it not arranging? Okay, hold on. Yeah, I think it's not going to show me the preview. It will be happen when we are printing, right? So likewise අපිට පුළුවන් එක sheet එකකට කොච්චර කියන්නේ එක A4 එකක කොච්චර පිටු ගාණක් අපිට print කරගන්න අවශ්‍යද කියන එකත් තීරණය කරගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Okay, so that is regarding the printing and margin. We can change the margin right over here, or else we can custom the margin. පුළුවන් ඔක වෙනස් කරන්න. And custom page size. So standard page sizes are there, like letter A4, A3, B4, B1, likewise. And custom page size are also allowed, right? So that is the story of the printer, right? Or the print preview. Clear the hamotama? Right. So moving forward, print preview and print. Print එක සම්බන්ධයෙන් තව දෙයක් කියන්න ඕනේ. So whenever you are going to print something, always remember to search like, hold on a minute. Yeah, always remember to search what is the printer that you are going to print. මොකද මේ print කියන එකේ දැන් මම ගාව printers දෙකක් තියෙනවා. ඒක නිසා ඒ දෙකේම facilities තියෙනවා. එහෙම නැති වුණොත් සමහර වෙලාවට අපි කලින් install කරලා තියෙන printer එකක් pick කරලා තියෙනවා මොකකින්ද print කරන්නේ කියන එක ගැන ගැටලු වෙන විදිහට. Right? So in that case, you have to remember what is the printer that you are going to print. Right? Okay, so then let's check what else we got there. Right, then the very last part, which we call the mail merge. Yeah. Okay, people, just a second. I'll be right back. Tesandu, right, okay. PDF එකක් හදාගන්නේ මම එක චුට්ටක් කියන්නම්කො mail merge පැත්තට යන්න කලින්, because mail merge is the last part of our session, right? Then only the shortcut keys are there, right? අපි PDF එකක් හදාගන්නේ, right? We can go for the file and we can go for the save as. Then like we have to choose what is the place that we need to save, right? Then our desktop එක කියලා හිතන්නකො. So ඒක select කරාම you are being asked to give a name and to choose a format. මේ format එකේ අපිට පුළුවන් PDF කියන එක තෝරන්න. දැන් මේ facility එක it was given by the version after 2010 in the Word format, in the Office package, right? 2007 they didn't had that. So on those days we need to have a separate PDF converter to convert the Word file into a PDF. But after 2010, in like I think it's there in the 2010 version as well, 10 version and onward, they are given the facility to save this as a PDF, right? So you can save it as a PDF. So if you save it as a PDF, that PDF will be open and show. May තියෙන PDF එක, right? So as you can see now on my desktop, I have a PDF. So if I double click on it, this is the way it opens. Like Tesandu share wala කියලා කිව්වේ මේ word wala sharing වලද? Let me check. In the share, okay. Yes. When you are like saving, or you can email as well, right? එක එක තැන් වලින් අරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි පුතේ. No problem. මෙතනින් cloud එකට save කරන්න පුළුවන් if you are in the if you are using the OneDrive kind of a thing, right? මෙතන මේ කෙලින්ම තියෙනවා save as Adobe PDF කියලාත්. මේක නම් මං හිතන්නේ මගේ version එකේ එන්න හේතුව because there is a specific PDF editor that I have that I've been using, right? So maybe because of that, right? So save as spelling, you can get this done, right? Okay, so now moving to the mail merge, right? Mail merge tika velawak yana wadak, but I was thinking whether it is sufficient. Do we have sufficient time to do so? Anyway, let's give it a start, right? And I'm going to take a new document, right, to illustrate you about the mail merge. Now, mail merge is there to reduce the repeating works in our documentation. Then repeating works කියලා කියන්නේ sometimes, like now think about the letters that is sent to you people from the school. So if it is a parents meeting, the school have to send you a notice with you to your parents about informing it, right? And if you making it yeah, Ravidu, yes, it's a little bit rumbling around here. If it goes bad, let's end the session. Otherwise, we can continue. ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ ළඟපාත weather condition හොඳ නැත්නම් disconnect වුණාට කමක් නැහැ, right? But if you can stay, just stay for another 10 minutes, right? So if you want to create that particular document, which is going to be the same content like in almost everywhere in the document, but only the minor contents are going to be changed. Then ඔගලන්ගේ parents meeting එක letter එකක් නම් අම්මට තාත්තට address කරනවා නම් that particular address is going to be changed, but the content will not. No, not Desandu. Document එක email කරන එකට නෙවෙයි mail merge කියලා කියන්නේ. Like you will understand what is happening here, right? Just see. Right? So then when we are having that kind of a situation, we have a letter and we have to make the copies of that letter. Like let's say we have to make 100 copies of that letter for 100 different addresses, but the content is going to be the same, right? So so far what we know is we can type the letter, and we can take that all 100 different addresses, and we have to type it like letter by letter, and we have to fix or change the address of those letters one by one, right? එතකොට දැන් අපි letter 100ක් හදන්න ඕන වුණොත්, so far the method as we know, we have to create 100 pages, right? හිතන්නකො page එකක් ලොකුවට තියෙනවා කියලා. Ravindu, if I could finish this, I won't be able to repeat this. If you are leaving, Ravindu, you can refer the recording, right? So if that is going to be done, like so far as we know, we have to type the 100 letters using 100 pages. හිතන්නකො එක letter එකක් page එකක් දිගයි කියලා. So the same content is there, but only the addressing part is changed. But we have to type it for 100 times. Type it කියන්නේ copy paste කර කර යන්න පුළුවන්, but we have to change, we have to type the what we call the address line by ourselves for all 100 letters, right? So mail merge will facilitate you to do such thing with a minimum effort, right? So let's start how the mail merging is going to happen, right? Now mail merge is there on the hold on, not on the reference, it's regarding the mailing. Yes, mail merge is there in the mailing tab, and you have start mail merge right over here, right? So here we are going to talk about the mail merge through the mail merge wizard, right? Let me recheck from your textbook. That is the way whether they have sent it to us. Oh no, they have gone by one by one. Never mind, let's go one by one. Right, so we click on, so we came to the mailing tab, we click on start mail merge, and in there they are asking what are you going to do. Like mail merge is there for specific tasks. You can create a letter, or you can create an email message, or create envelopes, labels, directory kind of things, right? So for example, I'm taking creating a letter, right? And then here it says at the second point, select recipient, right? So when I'm click on the select recipients, it is asking type a new list, use an existing list, choose from Outlook contacts. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create a letter to be sent to some people. එතකොට recipients ලාව තෝරන්න කියන්නේ මේ ලියුම කාටද යන්න ඕනේ කියන එක තෝරගන්න කියන එක. දැන් මේ වෙනකොට අපි ගාව ලොකු කියන්නේ අපි ගාව type කරපු list එකක් නැහැනේ. So then we are going to say we are going to type a new list. So once we click on that, we are getting this kind of a window, right? So that window will allow you to type the data according to the predefined columns. Columns right? Title is there, first name, last name, company name, address, address 1, address 2, city, state, zip code, ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. So අපිට මේ විදිහටම type කරන්න ඕන නැහැනේ. Right? We need only our things like that. හිතන්නකෝ අපිට උවමනා වෙන්නේ it's only the title, Mr. the Mrs. the Reverend මොකක්ද කියන එක. Then we need two names, first name and last name, and we need address and the city, right? So we can edit this recipient list according to our need, right? So to do that, we are going to go to this customize columns button. So it is right over here. Once we click on it, this particular window is there. So let's say we need title, right? So title will be there. And I'm just going to put just first name. I don't need last name. So I'm going to get rid of last name. So I select last name and press delete. So it will be removing the last name and all these things. So likewise, I don't need the company name. I don't need the address line 2. So I'm going to get rid of those things. So address line 2 is taken out. And I actually don't need the address line 1. Now this is regarding my requirement. Man city එක විතරක් තියාගන්නවා. I am going to get rid of the state, zip code, country or region. I'm getting rid of each and everything. And email address. And I have the need, or like I need a column called number. Again, home number එක දාගන්න ඕනේ. ගෙදර තියෙන අංක කීයද කියන එක. So I'm going to add that column saying number. Right? So how did I do that? I press on the add button. I type whatever I want and press OK. And it will create me a new column. So if I need to put this in between first name and city, I can move it up. Whatever been moved up can be moved down if you want. තියෙන ඕන තැනක position එක change කරගන්න පුළුවන්. අපිට කැමති කෙනා select කරා move up down කරන එක විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. තිසඳු අලුත් එකක් ගන්නකොට delete කරපු ටික එනවා. Yes. ඒ කියන්නේ මම පෙන්නන්න පුතේ මේක මේ අපිට ගොමනා විදිහට handle වෙන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක. Right? So now we have managed this. And then we can press OK. So now our address list or the data that we are going to type, the particular table is in the way that we want. So I'll type some of the data, right? So I say Mr. Nimal. I'm sorry. මට නම් කියන කෙනා වැරදි තැනට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන. So I'm going to move num to the num down. Nimali is not for here. Nimali is for here. And I'll say number 50. So by pressing the tab button, we can move to the right side of the column. And at the very last column, once we press the tab, it will move to the next line. So then I put Mrs. Kamala 60 Magam. And this is again Mr. Nihal 55 recorder, right? And Miss Yani 45, right? So I can change the width of the columns as we change the width of the tables, right? If you want to edit something, you can just double click on a place and you can change the things you want. Oh my God, what just happened? Yeah, when you are pressing the things, be careful. Double click करने का तमाही होंगे एक कसर आप press करो ये वाला delete हो जाएगा, right? So I have create an address list. Thank you. तानो को माटे सिया देने क्या वानो ना होने वाला ही टे अकेला. So I'm going to print all 100 details over here, right? ये तमाही मागे letter के the things that are going to change. So then I am pressing OK. So then it will ask me to save my address list to some point, right? So make a me by default, then atana save karne ko hondai. Otherwise, we have to like link the mail merge to the particular place, right? So I'm going to give the file name as the guest list, right? And save. Right? So once I select a recipient list, then මෙතන අලුතෙන් list එක type කරා ඒක liverලා save කරපු ගමන් මෙන්න මේ buttons ටික මගේ active වුණා. එතකම් මේ ටික active වෙලා නෙවෙයි හිටියේ. So if we want to edit our recipient list again, I can press on this. So my this list will get open. We can't change it over here, right? So we have to press edit to change the things, right? So the data source name is right over here. We have to select on that and we have to say edit. Then I am having the things or the same list I have, so I can enter anything new. Right, so likewise then I can say okay. So they will ask whether you need to update this, then I say yes, so it will get updated, right? Okay, මෙතනට එනකන් තේරුණාද? What we have done is we start mail merge, we select the recipients, and under that we can type a new list. Then ඕගොල්ලෝ දැනටමත් list එකක් type කරලා save කරලා තිබ්බනම් අපි මේ දැන් new list එක කරනකොට කරා වගේ we can use that existing list. Or if you got the contacts on your Outlook contact folder or like Outlook කියන application software එකේ තියෙනවා නම් දැනටමත් save කරලා, so you can import those, right? Okay. Right, so since the time is up, I'm going to end the session from here because this mail merge is a little lengthier thing to do. So we'll finish up the mail merge by next week and we are going to start the new lesson, which is the number system as well, right? So now as your homeworks, right? I'm not going to give you a lot of homeworks. I'm asking you to complete the homeworks that I had given to you, right? And after the mail merge, I'll give you a mail merge practical to do so, right? Okay, so thank you very much for today, right? Have a nice weekend. And I'm going to end the session from here, right? Thank you very much, people. So the recordings will be there by tomorrow, right? Okay.